Hello and welcome back to Edison format. I thought today I'd give you a little profile of my favourite deck, Quick Draw Dandy Warrior. So this evolves and changes pretty frequently as I play it, but there's something about resolving a dandelion that's just brilliant. Alright, I'm going to start with the main deck. So, we play 3 Debris Dragon. Yes, I'm aware one is common, the third one is in the post. It's soul crushing, but it's on its way. And then the namesake 2 Dandelion. This card's just too good. It's just too good. We play double Quick Draw. I thought about bumping up to 3 for a while, but I tested it. I'd rather have a third Debris, because being able to like avarice back your Black Rose is far, far more important. Play double Caius. Again, I tested 3. You don't need 3, you can avarice it back. Triple Raikou and 1 Hamster. This ratio is really good. I like it a lot. I started off playing, well, when I first picked it up, I was playing 2 Hamster. But I just felt I was losing to Knock too much. We have 1 Sangan. One Sangan to search out the piece that you need. Normally it's Dandy or Quick Draw. Very, very occasionally it's Debris, but it's it searches anything in the deck. It's really powerful. 1 Trooper, it mills cards, sets up Avarice. 1 Frog comes back. Can use Synchro or Tribute Fodder. It comes in clutch in weird situations. We play 1 Snowman Eater. This wasn't in the deck for the longest time, and I decided that it should be main because Dark Gaia is just becoming a thing. And this isn't a flip effect, so it triggers, whereas my Raikous don't. And it's really helpful, and it kind of makes me feel a lot more safe. We main 1 Kaiku as well, because Blackwing and Viotib were everywhere. So being able to just summon this and set like a bottomless or a back row behind it so they can't out it is like, it puts them so far behind. And then we play 1 Chaos Sork as a boss monster and 1 Gauze as a boss monster. Yeah, we only have 3 light targets in three light targets being the 3 Raikous, but the amount you're milling and the amount that you can avarice it back, so like I got quite a lot of people asking me why would I play it if I only play it, well, I think if you only play it at 1 and you mill, well, Raikou mills 3 cards, so that's 9 cards with Raikous, and then however many you mill with Trooper, you're quite likely to mill it. And yeah, you are, but you can avarice it back. And when you're able to summon this with like an established Drill Warrior, it puts your opponent so far behind. Moving on to spells, we play 3 Pot of Avarice. One of my friends plays 2. They're wrong. We play 2 Book of Moon. I really like Book. It's the best -1 in the game, and I think it's really important here because you have Raikous, so you can quite easily flip a Raikou over, pop a card, and then you can leave the Raikou and attack, just set a Book, and they'll like do something and attack into the Raikou, and you can just book the Raikou again and get like more mills and free advantage off it and get rid of their stuff. It's crazy. 1 Heavy and MST. These are self-explanatory. 1 Charge, put more cards in the graveyard. 1 Foolish, access to Dandy. 1 Brain Control. Sometimes you need to take their big boss monster and get rid of it. Just tribute over it. And then 1 Upstart because I couldn't find a 40th card. Moving on to the traps. So the traps are all 1-ofs. And I don't know how it's going at the moment, but this is the current lineup of traps. So we've got 1 Bottomless, 1 D Prison, 1 Wing Blast, 1 Compulse, 1 Call of the Haunted, the 1 Mirror Force, and 1 Torrential, the one of each big clearance spells. and then 1 Judgment and Dust Shoot. These are kind of like the best, I mean, like in my opinion, 9 traps, but in obviously like you normally play multiples of these and occasionally multiple of this, but I like having 1 of each trap, because especially if you flip this to your opponent, when you set another trap like a call, your opponent's like, oh, they're just going to have another bottomless or another deep prison, and like it makes your opponent think it's working well, but it feels a little bit weird at the moment. That was the main deck. Let's move on to the extra. So for extra deck, obviously we have the Dandelion token. Shout out table flip for this. We have the 4 tokens, or potentially 5 if it's needed, but the 4 tokens for Dandy. And then we play 1 Drill Warrior, we play 2 Drill. Yeah, 1 ulti, 1 First Ed Ultra. That's fine. We can work with that. We play 1 Turbo Warrior. This, I considered playing a second of this because, like, if you summon this against a Monarch deck, they just can't do anything. It's great. Got 1 Junk Archer. This thing is crazy. This thing is so good. Like, if the threat's there, you're just like, oh, I just don't want it there, and you can just attack anyway. So good. This thing's crazy into anything with tokens. Nitro Warrior. It's so good. So they have 2 tokens. Like, if I'm playing the mirror, I'll summon this, and I'll attack over 1 of their Dandy tokens, and then switch the other one to attack and just bop them for 28 direct. It's very good. 1 Stardust, because it comes up all the time. 1 Black Rose, that's fine because you can recycle it as much as you want. 1 Ancient Fairy. This comes up a bit more in this deck. Being able to stall and like get your advantage with your Drill Warriors is very good, and this kind of ensures that you can have the turns necessary to draw the right cards. 1 Colossal because of the OTK. I don't play Armor Realm, but it's there. 1 Thought Ruler. Again, I love making this card when I shouldn't. I always make this card whenever I should make a Stardust, and my opponent's like, oh, fuck. They never know what to do. 1 Goyo because it's 1 Brio because it's the only old text Brio I have. 1 Iron Chain because sometimes you need to make a level 6 with Debris. I like a Tester because, again, there's a Glad Beast player at my locals. And then we have a Chimeratech Fortress Dragon just in case. Now moving on to the side deck. We play 2 Cyber Dragon. I picked this up at the 250th YCS in London, and I didn't even realise it was a different language, but it's secret and it says Cyber Dragon on it, so it's fine. We play 2 Crow. I feel like I kind of want to main deck one of these. It's searchable with Sangan. If it's been milled, you can Avarice it back in, or you can get it back with Drill Warrior. If you've used it, you can do that as well. I might try and find a way to main deck the DD Crows. Play the 2nd Snowman Eater against the Dark Gaia deck. We play an Erin, and we side this in against any Recruiter decks, because they set all their cards, and you're just like, yeah, summon Erin, I'll see what that is. Okay, cool, put it away. It's very good, and it mills in the end phase for you. We play 1 Battle Fader. We play this just in case we're against like weird, again, OTK decks, so we can search it off Sangan. We have got 1 Gale and 1 Plague. Now, I've been testing these extra tuners, again, because you can side them in really easily, and they're both searchable with Sangan. And because we have so many discard outlets, as in we've got the Drill Warriors, we've got the Quick Draws, we've got the Wing Blast, like, also for this one anyway, this hits the grave a lot. And then this being able just to like out things is really, really good. And it comes up a lot. Quite often I find that my opponent, whenever I'm playing this deck, will set up a big monster that I can't get over, and like they've outed my Drill Warrior somehow. So you're able just to normal this, prior half it, and like you can just go wild from there because there's so much advantage that this deck can give you. We play 1 Lightning Vortex and 1 Giant Grenade, 1 Scapegoat. So I really enjoy these 3. So this gives you, like, your opponent never sees this coming. It also is a discard outlet if you need it to be. So like my favorite play when I have this is activating this Pitching Dandy, blowing all that stuff, and then getting 2 tokens of mine. And then like, because normally all their cards are face up, you can tribute, you can go into drill, you can attack directly. Oh, it's good. Trunade is here because I have a guy in locals that plays stun. It isn't fun. We have a Scapegoat in case we need the game to go a bit longer, so we can just sit on tokens. Also, these come in really handy when you've got your what is it called? Your quick draw, because you're able to put a quick draw on the field and you can make loads of levels. You can modulate really well with it. I do like it. Then we've got double Dust Tornado, or sorry, 1 Dust Tornado and 1 Secret Horn of Heaven. No, I'm kidding, it's just a misprint. These come in all the time against Black Rings, because I feel like, especially in this deck, you can't really afford to set 1 and pass, or just have like 1 card on the field to play around Icarus. You kind of really have to commit some resource to the board. And then the last card is a Mind Crush, with like heroes running around, Vayu, Glads, like fairies, yeah, frogs. Being able just to hit out the important card really does make a big difference. Especially for resolving, if you're going first and you can resolve both of these, or if you dust shoot, you take the hand, you shuffle away a monster, and then you can Mind Crush. You have perfect knowledge to Mind Crush whatever you need. Your opponent ain't coming back from that. There we are. That was my Dandy Warrior deck profile. It's constantly changing, constantly evolving, but it is my favourite Edison deck by far. Thanks for watching.